Hi guys. So today's game is called Off the Cuff, and it's kind of a dark romance-ish game. So let's get into this. There's the warning: this game contains violent and sexual imagery. This is an 18 plus game and is not intended to be a portrayal of SS rec sex. Check the content warning files in the game downloads for trigger warnings. I looked through there's a couple spoilers, but basically, if you've ever read dark romance, then that's what we're getting into. So if you don't like darker stuff, then you might want to skip this one. Anyway, please consume your erotica responsibly, you kinky marvels. So, let's go ahead and get into this. As I wake up, I can't move my hands or feet. This fact causes absolutely zero anxiety. My head doesn't hurt, but my neck itches a little bit. Drugged, I think. Don't know what they used, I'm not a chemist. But at least my mind is clear enough to run through the usual routine. Feels like leather straps around my wrists and ankles. I rub the back of my hands as best I can along them. The buckles clink slightly. Pleasantly worn, but certainly not in disrepair. The straps are good and snug, save for one of the feet. I wriggle it, and there's enough give to get started. I'll come back to that later. Wasting an opportunity like that early is a rookie mistake. Easy to get caught and lose it. Who knows who could be lurking? That's leather on my neck too. Metal O-rings and a clip fastened to something holding me back. Almost certainly a chair. You don't make a chair this nice and forget the neck restraints. I think it's locked with a standard combination padlock. I can't hold back a snort of derision. When my hands are free, that one's as good as open. I give one quick click to get the size of the room. Not too big, pretty sparse. I can hear the sound of water rushing over above me. Exposed pipes. A mildly obnoxious electrical current. That's a light bulb on its way out. My bare feet reach the ground and I generally touch the floor. As expected, the smooth feel of cold concrete. I'm in a basement. Oh, very rude. I hate basements. Anyone can lock you up in a basement. Basements are baby's first kidnap. But if I were to hazard a guess, there's a shelf along the far wall, a washing machine and a dryer to my right, 2 steel supports each on either side of me, some smallish windows above the washer and dryer, no doubt still covered in that ghastly newspaper, and stairs to my left leading up to a kitchen in just deep need of a mop. How do I know this? It's the power of human echolocation. I'll tremble as my superhuman hearing sees what your pitiful sight cannot. I get. I've just been here before. And that means that the delightful owner must be... I have to strain to hear it. Yes, there it is. Someone is in the room, sitting to my right, watching me wake up. And that, my friends, is why you never squirm free without checking your surroundings first. This will be on the test. I almost couldn't hear him, but he's too excited to stay quiet. Firm inhales through the nose, slow exhales through the mouth. That is definitely smiling. I clear my throat. Oh no, help me, someone, a deranged lunatic drugged me and dragged me back to his home. He's got me tied up and he took my clothes off and... Limbs creak and fabric rustles as he stands up. Hey, you know what? I was joking about the clothes, but I'm pretty sure I was wearing a lot more than this. Did you have fun unzipping my pants? Pulling off my shirt? And now my thighs are going to end up sticking to the leather of this cushion. That's on you. Hello, D. It's the voice I expected, and responding just as rudely as expected to boot. Hey, look at me. Oh, whoops. Hey, look, we have pseudonyms for a very good reason. I thought that we used them in order to remain somewhat anonymous. Well, that, but also so we don't go around sounding like idiots. Life and death is a lot more stylish when it's the Criminal Mastermind Exit versus Culprit Detective DRT. He's walking around to stand in front of me face to face. But what if I don't want to talk to the Criminal Mastermind Exit? What if I just want to talk to weak, pathetic D. DeLucas? Sorry, nobody around here by that name. This is my arch-enemy, Marcus Noel. The papers know him as DRT, police code for dead right there, which is how he calls in his murders. And look, I'm not saying that I don't kill people too, but I'm a roguish scamp. And you waive your right to kidnap and murder when you become a detective. But you don't waive your right to be murdered, especially not in a brilliant puzzle box scenario. His last 3 partners were particularly welcome to enjoy my clever contrapasso deaths. Look it up. It's my favorite word. Definitely gonna need to look that up. Plays great at Scrabble. But if he's not going to play along, then I guess we're using real names today. Fine. Marcus and D. Shh. Spoil sport. So, Marcus, what are the rules for this encounter? Is the basement going to slowly fill with water? Must I escape before I drown? Ooh, or will there be just enough to run an electrical current through to killing me instantly? He taps his foot. No intention of taking this seriously? I scoff. You love it. Unless you don't. Unless this is all an extension of the messed up power trip your life has become. Searching for people to control in a desperate attempt to exercise yourself of that terrible spinning feeling of a world without rules or consistency. I gasp loudly. Don't tell me. There's a lost soul aching for support within. No, seriously. I hope a mountain lion gets loose in the station and consumes you, and you don't pass out until you've lost at least 2 of your limbs. I really hope. D, every word that comes out of your mouth is just digging you deeper. You're the one who put yourself here. You dug this basement. Funny. I don't remember getting building permits and pouring concrete. Yeah, funny. You sure are one big joke all the time. Maybe it's time I went all power trip on you. Been weeks since I saw blood on that face. Or heard you try not to whimper. So, that's what you're doing here? Big talk from a guy with a basement. All the times I've kidnapped you, at least I had the courtesy to design a proper death trap. Just for you. Oh, that's right. I didn't tell you yet. I've taken a page out of your book. When I'm done slapping you around, I do have another location for you. Nothing fancy. Cozy, really. Little island paradise. But I do know you can't swim. Ah, that one does sound like a problem. Pitfalls of a nemesis, I'm afraid. They know your weaknesses. As much as I would love to show him up by escaping his little island trap, I mean, come on. Build a raft, send up flares, steal his phone, sneak aboard whatever boat he uses, or freaking learn to swim. Make an effort, Marcus. It's not like I don't have options there. An island isn't as tough as he claims. But Then again, if he's going to rough me up, I won't be in the best condition. It will make escaping from a secondary location much, much harder. So I need to focus. I could show him up, but the best way to win is to choose your conditions. In this basement, such should be a cinch. Windows, pick the lock on the door, or just take the hinges off. Like I said, basement kidnaps are insulting. The real challenge here is that my boy Marcus knows restraints. I'm currently able to get one leg free. Just one. A foot free gives me a foot in the door, but my mind and my voice are going to be my saving grace. I'm going to need to get him to bring me the tools I need to escape. Is he feeling kind enough to do what I want? Or is he upset enough that I have to be sneaky and nudge him towards what I want? I need to play my cards carefully. Taking into account his emotional state, is he agreeable enough that I can ask for what I want? Or should I sneak a different idea into his mind? Let's see if we can get a knife. So we're gonna go with, come on Marcus, I want the soft touch of some steel on my skin. Oh D, it's very nice to see you without all that heavy clothing. I gave you so many great scars and you don't ever want to show them off. I can hear the familiar sound of his pocket knife snapping open. It's like a guy giving his girl some earrings or whatever, and she won't even wear them out and about. Everyone wants to see their girl looking cute. I grin. Not your girl, Marcus. Not anyone's girl. Not even a girl, really. I'm not even in my 20s anymore. This is perfect. Me and that knife go way back. He keeps it super sharp, so using it to cut through these straps will be incredibly easy. I just need to, get it without him noticing. Wouldn't exactly be the first time. Don't sell yourself short, D. You're looking great. Ugh. Can we not? Just trying to be classy about this. You can get stabby in a classy manner, or I can get upset. Your call. Classy? Tell me right now, are you wearing jeans? You think that you can be classy in jeans. Classy is a frame of mind. A frame of mind that doesn't wear jeans. And that's when he cuts me. To be honest, it really isn't very much. Just a light jab with the tip of the blade on the back of my forearm. Probably not even enough to make me bleed much at all. But enough to make me jump a little. Enough to make me stop talking. He laughs. Oh, come on. That was hardly anything. It was the surprise, you moron. And then the cool sensation of the flat of the knife against the back of my hand. I stopped talking again, but this time on purpose. It's all well and good to taunt Marcus. It might just be about my favorite thing in the world. But he's going to cut me. This isn't a threat, but an intention. He's done it before, and when I get out of here, it's fooling myself to say it won't happen again. He pulls the edge of the knife up to my skin, perpendicular to my arm, and then slowly drags it along the length. The sharp edge is there, dragging along like shaving with a razor, a rough warning, but also a tantalizing opportunity. I can let this go a bit, no problem. But if I do this too long, it'll be enough for me. You get what I mean. I'm going to have a very good time. I'm going to end up letting loose, and this story will have a pretty spectacular climax. And if I finish right there, that'll tire me out. And yes, of course it'll be good, but I'll pass out right there. And then he'll cart me off to that other location. Escaping from here, done it a dozen times. This place, for all of its dank cellar charms, is not a threat. But that secondary location does worry me. So I gotta stay focused. This is fun, no doubt about it, but I can't get distracted. Just a little bit of fun while I work. Just a little bit. So let's brainstorm. You're in the right general area. The back of the arm is a great choice, really. Oh, have we decided that you get to have an opinion on all this? You wanted feedback, right? Doing it to myself takes all the fun out of it, so I can't blow this opportunity. He flips my arm over and holds my wrist flat against the armrest. And then I feel the tip of the knife on my inner elbow. Just a pinprick, and then another, so precise he works his way down my arm. I'd love to squirm, really just to piss him off. And sitting still is not one of my strong suits. Sitting still is way worse than the knife work. He keeps pricking my arm over and over slowly. You making a pattern there? Yeah. They're already looking so pretty and red. He makes another mark on my wrist and I grit my teeth. Just getting set up, laying out where I'm going to cut you. Okay, those spots are a little dangerous. Though I know how precise he is, he wouldn't hit a vein unless I moved. Still, I should definitely get down to business now. How to get that knife away from him? Let's try surprise him and make him drop it. Okay, I need to time this one carefully. No surprise while it's on my skin. I'm looking to gain a knife, not lose approximately all my blood. Hey, Marcus. D, this is a lot easier when I can concentrate. Yeah, I know. You looking to get cut then? Well, I assume it's gonna happen sooner or later. You're not just teasing me with it, right? D, shut up. Having gotten him good and frustrated, I do choose this moment to shut up. But not because he told me to. I can sit for a moment as he finishes setting up his marks on one arm and starts on the other. Those slow, light nicks. I can't help the goosebumps that rise as he continues, pulling my attention to all that bare skin, prepping me for what's to come. Not that I'm going to allow it, of course. If all goes according to plan. So I wait for him to be satisfied with my silence. Wait for him to be into it. Wait. You know, I'm pretty shocked you didn't find it yet. He doesn't look up. Find what? The bomb. He goes rigid. The knife clatters to the ground. What? He's already to his feet. There's absolutely no way for him to tell if this is true or not. I've called in fake bomb threats as a distraction before, but I'm also the reason he lives here now, as opposed to his last two homes. Not to mention the crime scene puzzles and the explosive traps I've trapped him in the past. Oh no, I'm far from the boy who cried wolf here. As he tears around checking for wires and, yes, risking a brief check upstairs, I slip my foot up from the loose cuff, carefully check the ground for the knife. There it is. Grip it with my toes and bring it up to my hand. Click it shut. Can't hide an open knife as well as a closed one. Using my foot again to transfer the knife to my lap, I scoot over a little and sit on it. Knife secured. Okay, she must be real flexible to do that. Just saying. So long as the situation stays above the waist, he won't notice that I have it. So long as we don't get too frisky, I won't get frisky. I slip my foot back into the cuff with plenty of time to spare as I hear him coming back down the stairs. All I need now is an opportunity like that one, and perhaps a better means of defending myself while escaping. He'd overpower me and get the knife away before I could get one good slice in. Marcus rolls his shoulders. You know, this just doesn't feel right without some music. Oh, really? What kind of music do you like? I'm not telling you. And then you're just gonna rag on it, whatever it is. What? You could be shaken by a little teasing? Nah, I just don't want to give you the satisfaction. But what if I want to buy you an album? He raises an eyebrow. You know, as a thank you for the lovely time I'm having. He walks to the other side of the room. If you don't pick something, then it's a 6-hour yodeling competition. I'll rewire your car stereos just to play that incessantly. But in time, you'll develop appreciation. The throat work takes a lot of practice. Ignoring my very important thoughts on yodeling, he switches some music on. Oh, great. That's too loud. Even if I can get free of the cuffs, I won't be able to hear the combination lock to pick it. I'm gonna need to get him to turn it down. As he walks back, I ponder. What could make him want the room to be quieter? Okay, how do I get him to do what I want? I don't want to bring the attention back to the knife because then you might wonder where it went to. So if we don't want to bring attention to the fact that we've got the knife, we should probably either go with this one or this one. Kind of thinking that electroplay might be a bit tough. It seems like pretty hardcore there. Let's just go with the currently. I've been thinking about a good hard slap. He grabs me hard by the shoulders. Oh, how sweet. Gonna look me in the eyes? Yeah, so I can see that soulless creep within. Hey, that's my line. I can feel him warming up, fingers gripping, feeling the bones needing for the muscles. He gives a slow, long squeeze, fingernails digging in, and I tilt my head back, basking in the rough pressure. Not bad at all. Make sure you stretch before you start. Can't have you hurting yourself now, can we? That does it. He squeezes tight. That's gonna bruise. And if he keeps it up, he'll break the skin. Is this what they do at spas, Marcus? This has got to be what they do at spas. He lets go. You know, a deep tissue massage? Oh, one more of those, please. And then strikes me across the face. Open palm with a firm smack. Ow. Now that is better than coffee. Can you even drink coffee, do you? I thought caffeine kills small animals. Ooh, a height joke. I, just over 5 feet, have never been teased about that in my life. I'm into it. Makes you easier to apprehend. Oh my god, like the time you put me in one of those rolling suitcases? Yeah, there was still enough left over room to pack underwear and snacks. I'll have you know that had I been claustrophobic, you could have traumatized me for life. Shame, you claustrophobic now? Nah. Let me guess. If you were, you'd never tell. And lie to you, you wound me. I will. Don't make promises you can't keep, Marcus. So, feeling moderately worked up, I give him a smile. What next? You gonna get cucumbers and put them on my eyes? He grips my shoulders again, digging his nails and dragging them down my arms. I can hear the nails as they scrape against my skin, taking off a messy layer as they go. Oh, yes! Maybe not enough to draw blood. Oh, that will absolutely scab over, though. That's a treat. I rest back against the chair, a relaxed smile on my face. This is what you should be doing for a living, instead of pretending to solve more mysteries than you cause. Give up busting perfectly kind people for harmless sex work and join up with them. It's the significantly more respectable opinion. That pisses him off. I wasn't even trying to, though. And I don't get another word in before he slaps me across the face. It leaves my jaw pleasantly sore. Oh, wow. That was a nice one. Oh, yeah. I can hear a grunt of frustration. He's not enjoying my sass one bit. Let's switch it up a bit. What to make him do next? The temptation to just let him carry on. Just carry on is there. And no matter how I sass him, he can tell. It would be so easy to just knock me out again and be done with this. But this extended foreplay is the goal. To drive me out of my mind. And I have to say, it really is starting to take a toll. Hey, is it warm in here or is it just me? Focus, D. Again, I don't think we want to draw attention to the fact that we have the knife. That's a bit. I feel like that one is just gonna get him weird. Let's do this one. Go hard at me, useless fish. Show me just a slice of what you can do. Hey, did you see where my knife went? Oh, of course. Allow me to identify exactly what that shiny silent object is. His suspicion melts away and he laughs. I guess it's one more obstacle for you, Hundy. If you wriggle out of there, be careful walking around with those bare feet. Wouldn't want you to make a misstep. Oh boy, I am so scared. It probably sounds like fake bravo to him. Wow. But my grin is real. The temptation to let him just carry on. It's there. And no matter how I sass him, he can't tell. It would be so easy to just knock me out again and be done with this. But this extended foreplay is the goal. To drive me out of my mind. And I have to say, it's really starting to take a toll. Hey, is it warm in here or is it just me? Focus D. Okay, so... let's try, I guess, the Christmas tree one. Even though that seems a bit much, but okay. Oh dear. My innocent, pure little self can't take this. He gives a smirk. It isn't even close to your first time. I've done this to you how many times? I give a mock gasp. But what of my purity, Marcus? What of my honor? He chuckles. Fuck your honor. In fact, I intend to do just that. There's already a quip on my lips to ask how exactly one can literally fuck someone's honor. Words need to mean something or society breaks down. But he's already stepping toward me, and there's a warm touch of fingers as his hand brushes along my face, cupping my cheek. Uh-oh, this is dangerous. I'm good with pain. Pain is fun. But his hand gently snaking around my back, the other cradling my chin, it's like some kind of bizarre make-believe. Like I'm not tied up. I can hear soft breaths in his throat and the warmth of his own cheek as it comes close to mine. His hands are rough. The tips and palms are covered in calluses, but they're still so soft It's not just the hands themselves, it's how he moves them. They aren't just touching me. He's feeling me. He's aware of every inch of my skin, and the care and time he takes makes me feel like all of it is good and soft and sweet. And no, I'm not like that. I don't want to feel soft. I want to feel hard as nails. I want to feel the sting of something harsh and know I can withstand it. I don't want to feel weak. And I really, really don't want to feel like people get turned on all the time by weird stuff they don't actually enjoy, right? So why is it, as he presses his hand against my face, that it sets my heart racing? I squirm a little in my chair, and I can hear a happy ah from his lips. The satisfaction of control, of knowing he's got me right where he wants, and the satisfaction of intimacy, because I can't fight with anyone. But his are the only fingers that will trace slowly up my back and along my shoulder blades. The clothing left on me is thin, skin tight, just enough to wish for less. The gaps on my shoulders and the midriff leave that skin exposed, and his touch is intense as he crosses those bare patches of skin. A small moan is out of my lips before I can even realize that they're open. I can see his grin. I can't see his grin, but I can feel it as he leans into my shoulder. His lips press against my too hot skin, brushing it first, then pressing more firmly, trailing up to my neck. His lips aren't any softer than his hands. Sometimes when he gets upset, I can hear him chewing on them. But God, he could make a knife feel like a feather if he wanted to. Marcus, I stutter. This isn't torture. Get back to what we're supposed to be doing. This isn't... He's grinning. Speak up, Dee. Otherwise I won't be able to hear you. I take a breath and then I decide to... I know what I should do, but I kind of don't want to do that because, I'm me, so... Oh, it's so hard. Like I said, I know what I should do, but I also know what I want to do. We're gonna go with it, guys. Just because this is B. I'm sorry. We're gonna let myself moan softly. I bite my lip for a moment, and my breathing picks up. Lying is a more delicate process than anyone will tell you. People like to pretend that it's easy for others to lie and fake any emotion, crying or smiling while remaining stone cold inside. And maybe that works on idiots. But the most effective lies come from a grain of truth. So I unclench my fists, let down my guard enough to enjoy it. Feel those teeth on my neck. It's barely more than a breath, but he immediately reacts. Fingers grasping just a little more tightly, motion pausing. That's got him interested. And when he starts backing up again with his teeth, he still won't bite or leave a bruise, and his fingers stroke the back of my shoulders. My next one is even softer. And as he starts to forget what we're actually doing, he starts really enjoying it. I keep getting softer and softer until even this close to me, I'm sure he can barely hear it. And if he wants to move his head anywhere else, he won't be able to hear me at all. This is, well, more than a little risky, though. I'm not saying I'm not tempted to lie back and let the moans be real. I'm a professional escaping. I would never, ever be tempted by something like that. Ludicrous. He stands up. He's walking across the room, and he turns the music down. As soon as my hands are free, opening the combination lock will be a breeze. He walks back over, and I can't help getting a little smug. Torture's supposed to hurt, Marcus. But I think you owe me dinner now. A low chuckle escapes his lips. Oh, is this not torture? It looks like it's driving you absolutely crazy, D. I squirm again in my seat. You know, if you want me to fuck you, begging is always an option. That is not gonna happen. Another low, foreboding chuckle, and he's back at my throat. He pulls his head a little along my neck, teeth dragging. Of course not. Never without enthusiastic consent. What a gentleman. Never thought I'd hear such manners from a kidnapper with a basement full of power tools. Oh, D, you're gonna make me say it? You really that much of a glutton for punishment? His lips are too close to my ear. They're soft, but the whisper in my ear is even softer, even if the words aren't. I ain't going to fuck you until you beg. It's not a kindness. You don't get to have an excuse. You don't get to act like it's my libido out of control. All this, it's not about overpowering you physically. You love that shit. Anyone could do that. But fucking up that mind of yours, oh yeah, this is gonna be so good to watch. His hands are still gripping me more tightly, but still not enough to hurt. One of his fingers traces up my spine and just a little under my bra. The boundary broken, if only for a moment, spirals my expectations higher. Then he pulls his hands down to the small of my back. But you don't get it unless you're at the edge of your control. I'm going to make you need me. I'm going to make you say things you can't take back. Those words, they're going to fall out of your mouth like in a thirsty fucking avalanche and bury you in syllable after syllable of horny pleading. Ugh, I hate it when you use those kind of terms. That's the worst. When he gets lewd with his slang, rough with his words, as rough as those callous hands of his. It don't sound like you hate it. Well, I do. He slips his hand under the bra again and starts to pull it around front towards my chest. I can't help it. I let out a small cry. Then he stops. You gonna beg for it, D? I swallow. Hey, Earth to D, did I break you already? Should I unzip and expect your mouth to show me all of that affection? I give him a toothy grin. Absolutely, Marcus. So filled with that affection that even my teeth are chomping at the bit. And I do chomp them down hard. Gotta bring home that effect. He gives another chuckle, but there's a bit of a wince in there too. Nah, I think you're not quite ready, my little exit. Don't worry, I can take my time. That one really got me. I shift my feet a little, rubbing my legs against the leather, wishing I could pull my knees together. He hasn't done anything below the waist, and it's anyone's guess when or if he will. But he never forgets to cuff my feet apart. I'm about 90% sure he carries a spreader bar around with him. It's a whole muscle group thing, I think. Spreader bars don't just allow access. They make you tense up. Get everything flowing. These cuffs aren't quite far enough to do the trick. But being unable to close my legs sure isn't hurting circumstances either. What am I saying? Of course it does. It makes things considerably more perilous. My worst foe here isn't Marcus at all. It's my own lack of self-control. I shift in my seat a little. Oh, yeah. I need not to do that. I'm pretty much DTF with DRT. I need to get out of here pronto. Okay, what else do I need to do? Think, D, think. Let's go with well, I'm not in the mood for your stupid flirting. Leave some marks. He stops talking for a moment, and I wonder if what I said worked. Then he gives a small snort of laughter. It's affectionate. You know, D, if you want a kiss, I told you. You can just ask for it. Like hell, go find some pliers. I'm not quite sure I'd have fun with anything regarding pliers, but it's sure better than getting kissed by him. Between getting my fingernails or my pride stripped away, I can live without my nails. But then his hands are in my hair, and I wish he'd just grab a handful and yank. But I know he won't. He's feeling the thick texture between his fingers, and as he comes closer, I know he can smell my scalp. Whatever, creepo. You act like you're the first jerk in the world to sniff a woman. He laughs again, and I wish I could say that it sounded creepy or gross, but it's a rich baritone sound that washes over me. Notes of disdain, replete with mirth, like I'm a cherished inside joke. Ugh, I swear I hate it. I swear it upsets me, and that my fidgeting is because I hate it. It isn't firm and good, like a baseline, and so warm. D, you always gotta try and ruin the mood. How come you're so scared of having a moment? Why is it always gotta be like this with you, with the knives and the combat? You know we'd make a pretty good pair of partners. Yeah, I'd sure love to wake up to this every morning. Would it be so bad? Yeah. He's still massaging the back of my head. The other hand rests on the back of my arm, and the goosebumps rise. I can't tell what I'd want more, for those fingers to run down to my hand. My palms can get so sensitive. I don't know why, or for them to move up to my shoulders. They're bare right now, and the basement is so cold. If he pulled me closer, I could warm up a little, and his chest is more muscular than you'd think. Yeah, it would be really bad. I need to snap out of it. I need to keep reminding myself, I hate this. The only reaction my outburst gets is a small, smug vocalization. The other hand on my arm trails down, but when he reaches my wrist, he grips it, holding it down to the armrest. It changes nothing. I was already restrained. I swear it changes nothing. Being held down by him, his other hand now resting on my chest, the firm weight, it's just another restraint. God, why does my voice sound so weak, pathetic? I cough and try again. Finally getting kinky again, I see. Looks like your patience is going to run out before mine does, Marcus. Oh, that's not foreboding or anything. He leans in close. I just want to hold you for a minute, D. Feel your heartbeat. It's kind of obvious you have a thing for guys who can kick your ass. But isn't it nice sometimes to just know it, not have to prove it or nothing? His grip tightens. It almost hurts, but that doesn't cross the line. It's firm, steady. Yeah, sitting around doing nothing literally gets me going, Marcus. Really cool. He pushes down harder on my chest, fingers spread. I can hear his quiet, controlled breathing. Calm, but alert. He's looking at me. I just know it. Looking down at how weak I am compared to him. I've bested him 1,000,000 times, and I'll do it again. But I feel so small right now. Huh. You're cute when you make that face. What face? I'm not. What do you think this is? Oh, you can fuck right off with that. Another small, tiny bit of a laugh, low, distressingly compelled. You're just too easy, D. He grabs both my shoulders, and his lips are on my cheek. They feel cold. Cold. Or is it just my face hot? How much blood is in my cheeks right now? How about you just tilt your head a little bit, D? We can take all of this nice and easy. I don't do that. You shove your face straight into mine and mash your... You can shove your face straight into mine and mash your teeth all you want. You're not getting me to slather you with kisses. Ooh, slather with kisses. Making me feel like a cut of meat. Yeah, I thought I smelled pork. So hurtful. He plants another kiss, this time along my jawline. I squirm. If I open my mouth right now, my whole skeleton would crawl out. And then I yelled anyway. I mean it. No kisses. Get out a stick. Break my jaw. I'd rather have that on my mouth than yours. He kisses again at the edge of my lips. I think you need to look up the definition of torture. I feel him speaking, the way those lips move, those soft murmurs against sensitive skin. You're not supposed to be picking and choosing. But still... Did you ask for this, D? He slips his hand under my bra again, but this time he isn't playing coy. Oh. He cups a hand around my breast. And it's exactly as tender as it sounds. If he's going to be so overtly sexual, he could hit me there or dig his fingernails. Where's the brutality? His thumb brushes along the curve ever so slightly. I think we both know what you really want out of this, D. He squeezes gently and his thumb flicks up, brushing an even more sensitive spot. He isn't there for very long. Just enough to know he had the intended effect. And that does it. I can't take any more. The tension that's been building this whole time is just too much. I gasp one last breath, shuddering and stuttering, and it comes out in a very telling cry. The rush as my muscles tense, straining against all these straps, less ignoring my injuries than revealing in them. The sucking, the pressing pain, bass tones in my bones and aches, sending my heartbeat thuddering, overwhelming my ears. He backs away. He doesn't need to touch me anymore. It was enough. I'm sitting limp for a moment, hanging by the straps around my neck before letting my head rock back to rest against the chair. I can feel my chest rising up and down, lungs pulling in air as though I've been drowning. I'm trying to will my hips to stay still, no less shudders. If I could press my knees together, it would be so much easier. His hands are around my face, and somehow I can make out the sounds of his breathing over my own, though a broad, intense smile. This is what it's all about, breaking each other down, seeing that reaction, bathing in it, guzzling it down, the sounds of another human past their limits. Those magnificent minutes of watching another person's shell come down, watching them as others do not get to view. And the intoxicating knowledge that they're coming apart at the seams, and you're the one slowly pulling. And my uncontrollably loud, inevitable shattering. That's his prize for his efforts, and my own sloppy choices. If I'd been more careful, then maybe my pride would still be intact and I'd be out of here. But in the haze of emotion, and while reassembling those broken pieces of my mind, I'm not strong enough to ignore that daunting thought. That maybe my choices weren't sloppy. Maybe this is what I really wanted. I'm not sure how long he holds me like that, but my strength isn't returning. I'm not up for another round. It was too intense. He's stroking my cheek, watching my breath slow back to normal. I think there's some comforting words in there, but I don't want to hear them. Aftercare is not part of our relationship, even if it is a comfort, a lull. That comfort is the worst trap of all, because my thoughts are wandering into disjointed, confused, muted, and I don't notice when exactly I fall asleep. And whatever happens next, I've certainly lost this chance to escape. Ending 1. Worn out. Okay. To be fair, I don't think I want to escape. But okay. You know. So, that was off the cuff. There are several other endings if you want to take it and check it out for yourself. I thought it was kind of neat. Different from some of the other stuff that we played on here. Definitely. Well, yes and no. Anyway, if you enjoyed it, you can take and play it for yourself. I'll have the link to the downloads in the description. And I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.